Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moon Light Tarot 20, and this is your daily oracle reading. I've got here waterproof and anticipation, and I know we had anticipation a couple of days ago in our oracle reading. Now let's talk about waterproof. Now that is in regards to the energetic protection you may or may not put around you so you're not so vulnerable to the energies from other people. What Spirit wants you to do is to be very aware of how other people's energies are affecting you, how being around a friend who's going through a tough time may be depleting you, how being in a toxic environment, whether it's at work or at home, how is it affecting you? I'm hoping you don't have a toxic environment at home. But you know what I'm trying to say here. So other people target these who have higher vibration because they can't figure out how to generate that energy for themselves. So they go after the ones who have a surplus of it. And this can be someone who talks a lot. And you can find as this person talks a lot, you get more tired and more tired. And that's because they're draining your energy. They're literally sucking the energy right off you. These are energy vampires, as we call them. Now, you have the ability to protect yourself and to protect your energy. But this is something that you have to consciously work on each day. So, what I want you to do and what Spirit wants you to do is envision yourself in a bubble of white light, especially as you're heading out the door, or even when you're on the phone with someone, even if your friend calls and they've had a bad day. Envision that bubble of white light. And or the other thing that you can envision is um you have this cloak on, and this cloak is of white light or whatever light you want it to be. This can also be a pink light. Now the pink light is more love, but the white light is the protection of this is like Christ consciousness. This is, you can also ask Archangel Michael for protection. And you can ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords to people who are constantly draining you. If you constantly feel like you're constantly thinking of a certain person, and that means that they're thinking of you and they're sending you energy, whether it's good energy or bad energy. A lot of times it can be bothersome when you constantly feel somebody's energy. So ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords. If it's uncomfortable, ask him to cut the cords for you. It really helps. Now, you know the archangels, they're all energies, right? They're very powerful energies and you can call on them. Just make sure you're always conscious and you're always practicing this, that before you leave the house or before you engage with other people, you make sure that you envision that white light around you, that you're protected, and that everything coming at you, any kind of energy coming at you, will bounce right off it. And this will protect you, right? And that way you can't be depleted. And that way, if there's any situations of conflict around you that you might be involved in, it won't phase you as much, right? You're protected. So that's a huge thing Spirit wanted to touch on today. Now, again, the anticipation card talks about having an expectation of things that you're manifesting. Or it's, for instance, you're making a plan for something and you're really looking forward to it, and you have the sequence of what's going to happen, you have it in your mind. And then when it doesn't happen exactly as how you envisioned it takes the joy out of the anticipation. It takes the joy out of what you were manifesting, and now you feel disappointment. Or let's say you're looking for love and there's someone you're interested in, and in your mind this is what you're focusing on when you're trying to manifest this love, and you only see this person's face, and then you're disappointed when it doesn't work out. Whereas if you had left it up to spirit and said, I want someone who is really going to love and appreciate me, and don't put a face to it, spirit would have sent you the perfect person, right? Probably not the person that you wanted, or they would have made you wait for that person you wanted because that person needed to go through some experiences first before they could come to you. So maybe you have a timing expectation, and that's a tough one too, especially as you get older, and you feel like, my time to find love is running out. And if I don't find love soon, I'll be alone for the rest of my life. Now you're putting a block up because you are not trusting that that which you're manifesting is going to come to you at the perfect time when everything is aligned. You and that person's energies have to be aligned. So stop putting up blocks, right? Stop being too specific when you're manifesting, and let go. When you're manifesting something, you put the manifestation out there, but then you have to let it go and you have to trust that it will come to you when it's time, and it'll come to you in the perfect way and in the perfect form. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by having expectations of outcomes. And that's a tough one. I know it is because I run into this all the time. So stay strong, guys. Love and light. I will talk with you tomorrow.